All right, we're all set. Well, first we gotta open them. Trusty pocket knife. Yeah. Try not to damage the boxes here. Pretty useful for storing cards afterwards too. Yep. Get the packaging off of this. Definitely like the designs on these too. Like slightly bigger than some of the tins, but still pretty small and compact enough to be able to take around and store. There we go. Oh. Not too much mystery in these, as they're pretty much all guaranteed to have the same thing, but still pretty good to get some reprints and some shiny cards in them. Woo! Oh yeah, they do have promos. I don't know if they're all the same. I don't remember. Okay, looks like they are. So we can probably knock these two out first. We'll get sleeves for them afterwards. I gotta still find where I stored the rest of those. Dark Burning Attack, Dark Burning Magic, and Eternal Soul. Nice. Control Dark Magician Girl monster. Destroy all face-up monster opponent controls. Control monsters whose original names are Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl. Destroy all cards your opponent controls. It's a quick play. Eternal Soul. Every Dark Magician in your monster zone is unaffected by your opponent's card effects. If it leaves the field, destroy all monsters you control. Once per turn, activate one of these effects. Special summon a Dark Magician from hand or graveyard. Add a Dark Magic attack or 1,000 Knives from deck to hand. That's pretty cool. Same thing here. Really good secret rare printings. That's just fantastic. Especially for Eternal Soul. Alright. Probably just do the standard. We'll go from right to left. So we'll start with the Joey deck, the Red Eyes. I'll go through some of the hollows and what their effects are along with a few other cards. But it's a nice little template if you want to get a deck going for any of these characters. I remember particularly the Red Eyes was pretty decent, at least back in the day. Blackstone of Legend, so this is obviously like the Red Eyes version of the Blue Eyes card. Whitestone of Legend. Tribute this card to special summon a level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster from deck. If this card is in your graveyard, target a level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster in the graveyard. Shuffle into the deck, add this card to the hand. Only use one effect per turn, only once that turn. That's just really cool. Recycling and just getting material straight from the deck. Turn of the Red Eyes. Control a Red Eyes monster. Except Red Eyes Black Chick. Target a normal monster in the graveyard. Special summon it. This card in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect. Sent to the graveyard. Target a Red Eyes monster in the graveyard. Except Red Eyes Black Chick. And then special summon it. So it's a nice little continuous monster reborn for the archetype. I remember this card. This card was really cool. Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. 2 level 7 monsters. Can't be destroyed by card effects while it has material. And while it has material, each time your opponent activates a card or effect, burn them for 500. Immediately after it resolves. Once per turn during either player's turn, detach material to target a Red Eyes normal in the graveyard and special summon it. That's just really cool. Red Eyes Black Dragon, of course. I always like this artwork. I know the original is super awesome, but I always knew this one especially, so I just got more attached to it. Red Eyes Black Flare Dragon. This one I really like the artwork on. I know some of the Gemini stuff isn't particularly enjoyable or easy to use unless you're using stuff like Catalyst Field, but I still like the artwork on it. Red Eyes Archfiend of Lightning. Same thing. It's a nice like Summon Skull variant. I think it's just so they can do like Red Eyes Black Skull Dragon and all those other cards. So that Joey at least has a Red Eyes Archfiend monster instead of running stuff like Summon Skull randomly. Red Eyes Retro Dragon. This one was always cool. Level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster control, except the Chick is destroyed by opponent's attack or card effect. While it's in the hand, special summon in defense position. Special summon as many of those monsters destroyed as possible in the same position. They were destroyed. Tribute this card to normal summon a Red Eyes monster during your main phase this turn in addition. Pretty cool. Nice little recovery. Axe Raider. I always liked him. I just thought he was cool. I always liked the... He made like a meh sound whenever he was summoned in the anime. Reminded me of the Creeper from Scooby-Doo. Black Metal Dragon. This one's another really good staple. Do they have... I think Darkness Metal was either banned or limited at the time, so I don't know if it was in this deck printed. Some of the iconic stuff. Alligator Sword, Baby Dragon, Jinzo, Goblin Attack Force, Gear Free the Iron Knight, Rocket Warrior, Blue Flame Swordsman, so you don't have to run the fusion. Time Wizard, Gemini Summoner for some of the Gemini stuff. Phoenix Gear Freed. This is the original classic. This one would always look cool. Blazewing Butterfly, Dark Valkyria. A lot of Gemini stuff in here. I used to like running Command Knight, that and Marauding Captain, Valkyrian Knight. You can banish a warrior and this card from the graveyard to target a level 5 or higher warrior in the graveyard. Special summon it. Pretty decent. Keeper of the Shrine. Very good. Inferno Fire Blast. Red Eyes Fusion. Card to the Redstone. Polymerization. Salamandra. Scapegoat. Oh, Scapegoat. That's a nice reprint. That was great for the Cybers deck. Hey, what's up, Jason? Back when Scapegoat was limited, this was a nice way to make Firewall Dragon, but you can also use it to make Access Code Talker by using 2 tokens for IP Masquerena and then the other 2 for Security Dragon. And then you can just immediately link summon into the access code. Foolish Burial, Roulette Spider, Supervise for all those Geminis, MST, very good, Symbols of Duty, Red Eye Spirit, more Monster Reborn, Kunai with Chain, Call of the Haunted, Torrential Tribute, that's a nice reprint, Burst Breath, Curse of Anubis, Archfiend Black Skull Dragon, Alligator Sword Dragon, and a token. I was hoping the other one, there's another Red Eyes Fusion that was really good, but this one is kind of the justification for that Archfiend monster. Archfiend normal monster plus a Red Eyes normal monster. Pretty cool though. I also like the tokens. I like that they hand out tokens in these decks. It's always a fantastic one. Alright, onto the Yugi deck. Does he have all 3 Egyptian God cards in here? I can't remember if he does. I know it obviously has at least Slifer, but I was thinking it was just Slifer, because that was the Egyptian God that only Yugi had for a long time. Alright, let's see what we got here. Slifer the Sky Dragon, Divine Beast. Really like this ultra rare printing. Requires 3 tributes to normal summon, not normal set. Normal summon can't be negated when normal summon cards and effects can't be activated. Once per turn during the end phase, if it was special summoned, send it to the graveyard. Gains 1,000 attack and defense for each card in the hand. If a monster is normal or special summoned to your opponent's field and face attack position, monster loses 2,000 attack, then if its attack has been reduced to 0 as a result, destroy it. It's pretty terrifying. Once per turn. Okay, it is all 3. That's cool. Obelisk the Tormentor, same thing with the 3 tributes. Can't be negated. Cards and effects can't be activated. Cannot be targeted by spells, traps, or card effects. Special summon, send it to the graveyard. Tribute 2 monsters to all monsters your opponent controls. This card cannot declare an attack the turn this effect is activated. And then my personal favorite, the Winged Dragon of Ra. Can't be special summoned. Ouch. Requires 3 tributes to normal summon, not set. Normal summon can't be negated. When normal summoned, other cards and effects can't be activated. When it's normal summon, pay life points so that you only have 100 left. This card gains attack and defense equal to the amount paid. You can pay life points, or you can pay 1,000. Target a monster on the field, destroy that target. Pretty terrifying. Oh yeah, Legendary Exodia Incarnate. Forgot about this one. Can't be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned from the hand by tributing a Forbidden One monster. Can't be special summoned by other ways. Card gains 1,000 attack and defense for each Forbidden One monster in the graveyard. Unaffected by other card effects. Once per turn during the end phase, add a Forbidden One monster from your graveyard to your hand. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, reveal any number of Forbidden One monsters in your hand. And if you do, draw 1 card for each. That's pretty terrifying. Being at towers, If any of your Forbidden One stuff does get sent to the grave, it just powers it up. You can also just tribute one just to get him out in the field. And if he does get popped by battle, get to reveal Forbidden One monsters to then draw a card for each. That's terrifying. Ties of the Brethren. Oh, that's a really good ultra printing. I didn't know this one did get an ultra rare. Pay 2,000 life points to target a level 4 lower monster control. Cannot special summon monsters after this effect resolves. Special summon 2 monsters from the deck with the same type, attribute, and level as that monster. Different names from each other and that monster. Can't conduct your battle phase this turn. Obliterate. So this is how you get stuff back in the hand for that Forbidden One stuff. Target a monster on the field, send a Forbidden One or Exodia card from hand or deck to the graveyard, and if you do, return that target to the hand. This card and spell and trap zone is sent to the graveyard. Target a Forbidden One or Exodia monster in the graveyard. Add to your hand. You can only use 1 Obliterate effect per turn, and only once that turn. Woo! Wild to see Exodia support. That's always cool. There's all 5 pieces of Exodia. Oh, they have Exodia Necros, too. I just saw they announced the Lost Art promo for that one, so that's pretty cool. How's your week been? Pretty busy, but definitely going to get a lot done today in terms of just obviously lives, but we have a lot of videos to record, so hopefully fill up the YouTube itinerary for the rest of the year. What are you going to make with all these decks? Probably get like a base template for a Red Eyes deck going, focusing on like all the fusions and such. And then same thing with the Blue Eyes. We actually have a full like deck list and like template ready to go. It's just this will be a nice like base for it. Not sure what I'll do with the Yugi one. Might compile all that Dark Magician support and do something with that, but at least getting the cores ready will be nice. Exodia Necros. This card was always cool. It's kind of wild. To be fair, this was kind of interesting for back in the day. Obviously, contract with Exodia, can't be destroyed by battle or spell and trap effects. Gains attack during each standby phase, your standby phase. But you got to make sure all the Forbidden One cards are in the graveyard, otherwise he blows up. But still, kind of cool. Ah, Dark Magician. I'll have to do like a video one day ranking all the card arts for it, but this one's definitely top tier for me. I think the Dark Side of Dimensions movie one is my favorite. This one's probably a close second or third. Dark Magician Girl, very cool. Buster Blader. Silent Magician level 8, which means we also get level 4. I don't think we get the... Yeah, no, we don't. We don't get like the base Silent Magician and Swordsman stuff. The Tricky. Big Shield Gardener. This one's a classic. Magician's Valkyria. That was a cool tech to run. Blast Magician. Blockman. Marshmallow. Sangan. Gold Sarcophagus. Really good reprints here. Swords Revealing Light. Magical Dimension. Control Spellcaster. Monster. Target a monster you control. Tribute it. Special summon a Spellcaster. Monster from the hand. Destroy 1 monster on the field. Magicians Unite. Tricky Spell 4. Send 1 face-up Tricky you control the graveyard. Special summon a Tricky tokens. Defense equal to the number of monsters your opponent controls. Tricky tokens cannot declare an attack. This is an interesting little like token generator. Obviously requires some setup, requiring Tricky and your opponent to have stuff, but I can see that having fun during link formats. Hey, Jack the Hopeful, my man. Always like his artwork. Yeah, it really is cool stuff. Truly is top tier ace protagonist monsters. Do what Lestat would do. Don't run any of the normal monsters. Hey, I pioneered running no Blue Eyes White Dragons in the Blue Eyes deck. That was my thing, for the record. But I mean, to be fair, Blue Eyes is a brick deck by default. So regardless of how many you run, you're going to have some tricky hands here. No pun intended. Tricky spell number 4. This is like the battle. It pretty much is. It's the battle. It's like the Battle City decks revamped, but what was this? 2016, I want to say? 2017? So quite some time. Aged like a fine wine, of course, but still pretty cool. 1,000 Knives. Dark Magic Attack, very good. Contract of Exodia. Messenger of Peace. Ugh. That's always a tough one. Dark Factory of Mass Production. It's always a good one. That might be an interesting tech for Gunkin Su ships. And I think about it, the Dark Factory. I think Lestat was mentioning I think there's a continuous spell or trap version that does the same thing but targets only one. I think Lestat was mentioning those, like a way to like shuffle stuff back or recover. Monster Reincarnation, also a good one. Secret Village of the Spellcasters, that's pretty cool. Pot of Duality, nice reprint. Magical Hats, Mirror Force, Magic Cylinder, a favorite. Magician's Circle, Backup Soldier, Gravity Bind, and our Yugi token. Outstanding. Hey, we got Lestat in here. Speaking Spanish, too. Never knew. Oh man, chat is blowing up today. Alright. Now on to the Blue Eyes deck. I'll probably move this. We got the Maiden of Eyes of Blue. When it's targeted for an attack, negate the attacks, change it to defense, or change its battle position, special summon a Blue Eyes from hand, deck, or graveyard during other player's turn. When a card or effect is activated that targets its face-up card, special summon a Blue Eyes from hand, deck, or graveyard. Only use one effect per turn. Still pretty cool for the longest time. Like, normal summon Maiden was just such a wild thing. You had to be careful with using, like, non-targeting effects or just dealing with the fact that a Blue Eyes is going to hit the field. Just trying to read through chat, but a lot of shenanigans occurring over there. The Melody of Awakening Dragon. Discard a card to add up to 2 Dragon Monsters, 3,000 attack or more, and 2,500, defense or less from deck to hand. There's like a little line on the... You see, like, right over here, there's like a little, like, additional foiling almost. That's kind of wild. Woo! I forgot Ultimate Dragon had a ultra rare printing. Honestly, should have been an ultimate rare printing so that it would be an ultimate Dragon. But this is just going back to the joke about how summon limit should have been limited, so we can make a joke about summon limit, but I digress. Still pretty cool, though. Aw, I wish you were an ultra rare, but that's okay. Blue Eyes White Dragon. I always liked the original printing. It was just so cool to me. I'm trying to think of what other printings there were. The Dark Side of Dimensions one was pretty cool, too. This one actually might be the better one. Well, I don't know. Chad, vote on your favorite artwork for Blue Eyes White Dragon. We might be at a standstill here. I had both. I had the structure deck. I had a couple structure deck Kaibas, and then I also had the Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon. And the tablet one. I think the one in space is a little bit cooler, but still. Dragon Spirit of White, another good one-up for the deck. Also a brick. The White Stone of Legend. Now we have both. Both stones. That's pretty cool. Sent to the graveyard, add a Blue Eyes White Dragon from deck to hand. Pretty nice. Kaiba Man. It's iconic. White Stone of Ancients. Okay, they do have the Ancients. I always preferred White Stone of Ancients. Really nice card of Consonance target, being able to just dispense a Blue Eyes from deck during end phase, and then banish it to get a Blue Eyes card back to the hand. It's also a nice level 1 tuner, so you can't really hate on that either. Protector with Eyes of Blue, pretty decent. I prefer Sage. I think that's probably the best one to go for. Master with Eyes of Blue, I think this is like a one of. It's usually a nice side deck choice, or excuse me. Battle Ox, so if we have Axe Raider, now we have the Battle Ox. I always like running him. I never really had La Jin, so I always had to resort to the Battle Ox. Although both are outclassed by the even more powerful Vorse Raider, but even that is more outclassed by the even more powerful Alexandrite Dragon. I like how all those normal monsters just slowly one-up each other. Getting their votes in chat. Dark Side Dimensions art, that is a pretty good one. Month off starts Monday. I have one small assignment left to do. Nice! Then Lestat's back into YuGiOh related assignments. Battle Ox was my MVP back in the day. See, back in Nam, excuse me. Ah, yes, that's exactly what happened in Nam. I'm glad someone else pointed that out, that there was a lot of battle oxes running around. What was the fusion? I know there's one with, oh, it was that one horseman card. What was the fusion with battle ox and the horseman? I'm trying to remember. I know Tri-Brigades had it as like a tech with ready fusion. Isn't it like battle horseman or axe horseman? I can't remember what the other normal monster was called, but I had both. I just didn't have the fusion. God, it's gonna kill me now that I don't know, but if you remember any battle ox fusions, let me know in chat. Blade Knight, this one was always fun to run. If you have one less card in your hand, it gains 400 attack, becoming like a 2000 attack monster, and then if you control no other monsters, the effects of flip monsters survive battle with this card are negated. Back when flip monsters were pretty wild, but this is still pretty cool. Rabid Horseman, thank you, Lestat. It was Rabid Horseman. That was the fusion. That was pretty cool. Ancient Lamp. During your main phase, special summon La Jin from the hand. This card must be faced upon the field to activate and resolve this effect. I would think that would be the case. Kind of goes without saying that the lamp has to be present for the genie to appear. For damage calculation, if this card is being attacked by your opponent's monster and was face down at the start of the damage step, you can target one monster your opponent controls except the attacking monster. The attacking monster attacks it instead. Proceed to damage calculation. Okay, so you would set it, your opponent swings into it. Hopefully they have another monster which they attack and pummel down. Then you get your Lodge-In during your turn. It's a nice little link generator. You can go into like a Link 2. Tiger Dragon. I used to love running this guy. This was a nice little tech no one saw coming. When to tribute summon by tributing a dragon monster, target up to 2 face down spells or traps your opponent controls, destroy those targets. Honestly, it would be kind of interesting to make a tribute-focused dragon deck, like a Monarch-based engine with a few other dragon tribute cards, and then just having some higher-level dragons for tribute summon. What is it, Tornado or Cyclone Dragon? God, I cannot remember these. I used to run it all the time. I think Jack Atlas used it. It's like a wind dragon. When you tribute a dragon monster for it, it gains attack equal to the tribute. And then it also does piercing damage, which is pretty powerful. Like that thing, once you get a tribute going, it's pretty wild. I think it's not Tornado Dragon. I want to say it's like Cyclone or Wind Dragon. Or something like that. It's a Wind Dragon. I know that. Your Tiger Dragon was really cool. Kidmodo Dragon. If it's sent to the graveyard, special summon a dragon from hand. So it's a nice little like foolish burial target. King of the Swamp. Oh, that's a nice reprint. Definitely good for those fusion materials. Rider of the Storm Winds. Nice little like union monster, but it's also a level 1 tuner, so card of consonants. Burst Stream of Destruction. Beacon of White. That's really cool artwork. Forgot how cool that was. Oh, they got the Mausoleum in here too. Polymerization. Enemy Controller, a classic. Silent Doom. Shrink. Ancient Rules, especially when a level 5 or higher normal monster from the hand. Trade-in, fantastic. Do they not have Card of Consonants in here? I wonder if that was the point of the structure deck, was Strong Wind Dragon. Thank you, Jason. I was right, it did have Wind Dragon in the name. Yeah, Strong Wind Dragon was pretty fun to run back in the day. I still tribute summon Blue Eyes. Hey, if it works, it works. Where art thou? Wonder what, look, it's a Dog Marin. Pot of Dichotomy. That's an interesting reprint. Fusion Substitute. Unexpected Die. That's a good one. Negate Attack. Very good. Final Attack Orders. The Shadow Spell. Cloning. Fusion Reserve. Jar of Avarice. Azurized Silver Dragon. It's a nice little reprint. First of the Dragons. 2 normal monsters must be fusion summoned. Can't be special. Can only control 1. This card cannot be destroyed by battle except for battle with the normal monster and unaffected by other monsters' effects. That's kind of an interesting fusion monster. Interesting little tech there. Just being able to drop this down on the field and have your opponent use like spell and trap removal to get rid of it. As being a towers against monsters and being immune to anything that isn't a normal. That's pretty cool. And then there's our Kaiba token. I forgot about First of the Dragons. Sage with Eyes of Blue is on the Rider of Stormwind's art, which I think is cool. Oh, that's cool. She really? Oh yeah, it totally is her. Which is funny because I always liked using Sage because I never had Maiden back in the day. So I usually preferred using Sage. That's cool. I didn't know that. And of course we got our 3 additional copies. I'll probably stock up on deck boxes so I can get these little cores generated. So we can get to work on finishing the rest of the profiles. I gotta work on the Dark Magician and Red Eyes profiles a bit, but definitely want to capitalize on all that Red Eyes fusion shenanigans. Plus the cards are also dirt cheap. I think, yeah, especially with Illusion of Chaos now being reprinted, all the Dark Magician stuff is less expensive. Plus I want to incorporate some of these like secret rares that are just awesome. Like Dark Burning Magic, that's just wild to just blow up your opponent's field at quick effect speed. Tokens in the set are fire. I like that we're doing tokens again. Like some of the special edition Legacy of Destruction boxes. I know a lot of people were poking fun at those, but being able to have tokens again is really nice. That I'm definitely going to take advantage of. Woo! Alright, we'll do a quick tally in chat. Which of the decks is your favorite out of these 3? We got the Joey deck with the Red Eyes. Yugi in his Battle City deck, mostly focusing on Exodia and the Egyptian god cards. And then Kaiba with his tried and true Blue Eyes deck. Cast your vote. There is no wrong answer. As long as it is your own. Oh. Was this set reprinted? I think so, because I see it at Walmart and Target all the time. So I was like, oh, I know it pops up every couple of years. I don't know what it is, but I swear this happened in like 21 or 2020 where I was like, huh, Legendary Dex 2 is back. Cool. And then I just went about my day and I got home and I was like, maybe I should have bought that. But then suddenly, a couple months ago, it just showed up again. I was thinking 2016 or 2017. They always bring it back into stock. I wonder if they just have like a ton of inventory and they always put it out. I know Target does that. Where they just randomly find Yu-Gi-Oh stuff and they're like, oh, I should put this on the shelf with a price tag. And so they did. Where is it? Aha! Because also at Walmart... Oh, it's the 20... I was trying to think of which one this was. They also had the 2022 one randomly. It was on sale. I don't know why or where this came from, but I saw it and I was like, wait a minute, why are you here? So I'm just grabbing random tins and boxes, but I do appreciate my tins. It's always good to store cards in. Is that a pig? It's a little pig at the bottom, or is that a mouse? I think it's a mouse. I looked and I was like, wait a minute, is there a pig on this tin? It's pretty cool. Must be a moneymaker. They always go pretty quickly. Target's always restocking as far as I've seen recently. I wonder if it's to coincide with like the quarter century celebration. A bit late to the party, I'd say, but still. Cool sets are cool sets. There's a lot of good cards in here, so definitely don't hesitate. I think it's like 25 or 30 bucks for a box, so if you do see it, we need promo packs back. Yeah, we do. That is pretty nice. But if you do ever see this box, definitely scoop it up. I don't think they're in a hurry to get rid of the full printing just yet, but definitely stock up on now. Otherwise, you'll be like me, waiting a few years and then randomly stumble upon it. Early bird gets the worm, chat. Those are the rules. Oh, boy. Woo! Oh. Glad I was able to catch this stream live. Yeah. Catch up on all the current news that apparently I'm facilitating. I didn't think I'd be the one to tell people about Legendary Decks too, but hey, grab them while you can. I was thinking I just found like random inventory Target was trying to push out and get sold, but I'm guessing not really because Walmart also is stocked up, so grab it while it's hot. Grab your 3 copies so you can get a full playset. I already have like 2 boxes I've opened, so I wasn't that like hard pressed for full sets, but If you can get a play set of all three of them, definitely go for that. That'd be really nice. Get yourself going on some deck cores. More so the Blue Eyes and Red Eyes. The Yugi one is kind of more geared towards like Exodia and just Battle City stuff, but there are some Dark Magician cards that are definitely worth stocking up on. Whew. That'll pretty much do it in this case. So we'll do it for today's live. Not sure we'll open next week. I might do a poll or get your guys' gauges or thoughts in chat, but we might do... have it right here. Maze of Millennia. Or I do have a mystery item that I found from Walmart. Found two of them. I don't know why. I don't know. It's Walmart stuff, so it's always wild and interesting, and we always have fun with it, but I've never seen them before. They are massive, and they are loaded with cards and miscellaneous accessories. So if you want to see the mystery item or the Maze of Millennia, cast your vote down below. At least in the chat after the replay, so I can keep tally on stuff. Or I can just go through the live chat, but in any case, cast your vote on what you want to see, and we'll try and open stuff for you next weekend. Ordered all the new Lightsworn cards, the stat says. I've been slowly collecting up on those too. I just got someone to send me a bunch of stuff, so stay tuned for more Blackson's breaks covering all that stuff, along with the 1,000 other cards we've gotten ordered. All right, that's one vote for Maze. Mystery. Okay, well, we have a tie. Well, I'll make sure in chat everyone votes afterwards, so we'll try and figure